Railroad Preserver 2000 here, back again doing another video here, and in this video I'm in Cowan, Tennessee at the Cowan Depot. It's a preserved railroad depot here in the middle of town, and it's a railroad museum. They've got bits of railroad equipment here. You've got North Carolina and St. Louis equipment. You've got I think a 44 tonner. You got a Rainbow up there. Look at that. Got an NC and St. L boxcar here on the siding. And they have a steam locomotive on display here. They've got a 242 switch engine here. And they've got an NC and St. L bay window caboose, and it's a wooden one. And yeah, you guys can bet I'm taking pictures of all this, because I am. And they've got maintenance and way speeders. They've got switch stands. You can see the caboose here. You can see the telegraph office up there. I'm sure they would have had semaphore signals here too at one point, but I can see those are probably gone. And you can see the rail line here in town is still in use by CSX. They could get a fence up. They could make a little, I guess you could say, platform here. Yeah, I have to keep talking due to the music, but it's currently sprinkling where we're at. And you can tell this is an old flat car because they don't have the handbrake in that position anymore on modern equipment. So they probably have to have somebody standing here and having a rod to help turn that brake wheel when it got to where they had trouble turning it by hand. You can see they would put wooden beams into these holes here if they had a large load that they didn't want to have fall out. They'd put beams in here to keep it from sliding. So, yeah. You've got the switch flags here. There's one set. I see there's actually a complete switch mechanism here. I'll bet it's most likely built by Bethlehem Steel. I just have to look for markings. If I had to guess, it was probably Bethlehem. Well, I say that, but there's not one. Wonder. Oh, they've got it bolted shut. Dang. Oh well. There's also, I think, an old, interlocking tower or something there across the tracks. I don't know if that's what that is, but it looks like what you'd expect. There's the little main street of downtown Cowan. And here's the locomotive, which was numbered 1, which, as you can see, the 1 is unfortunately upside down. And here's something interesting. Here's the old Lincoln pin couplers, and this one actually has an example of what I was referring to. It actually still has the pin. So what you do is you put the chain link in first, you'd hold it, then you'd drop this pin in, you'd stick it in this hole and just drop it down, just let the gravity do the rest. That was probably on the front of this 242 here. And it's a Porter-built one, so that's nice. It's not that bad of a locomotive, really. You see a father and his son there. Warms my heart to know that there's at least some people younger than me who are getting into trains. There's not many people who do. HK Porter Company, Pittsburgh, USA. Engine number 6557, build 1920. So this sucker turned 100 this year. Still here. And take note, it's a Southern Railway locomotive, I think, from that. And look at the date, 6/18/1942, Atlanta. I'll be. So that must have been fabricated in Atlanta. And it looks like they had it to where the light lit up still. Oh, and you can go up into the cab. Well, old crossing gate on there, and there's the maintenance of way speeders. Another switch stand. So let's see here. You've got the train board here for the main line and then the branch. You can see, of course, this was Southern Railway. Well, there's nothing saying I can't climb on, so. You can see this was probably either a coal burner or a wood burner, because this all here is the water tank. You would have had a brake wheel on either side with the gear, and judging by the gear teeth here, they would have been the kind of brake wheels you see on the back of that flat car, with it being that. And you've got here water gauge. Well, they actually have these labeled. Got the brake valve, there's the Johnson bar, there's the throttle, and there would have been various gauges and whatnot for the engine. There's the whistle marker, and if you notice, it's like Morse code. 2 longs, 1 short, 1 long. No, you can't. There's no way you can open this. I doubt. Oh, yeah, you can't. They've got it locked. Oh, well. An engineer would be on this side, fireman would be on the other. Of course, everything is seized, minus the throttle. So I think going back towards me, I think would make it go forward. Or I think it was this way. I don't know. I know I get confused. You can see a lot of the various gauges were removed. The valves are still here, but the gauges are removed. Probably on display in the museum. You can see the engine was last restored cosmetically back in 2008. So that was 10 years ago now. 12 years ago. Well, 13 years ago, actually. I know, I see it. You can see there was a crack that had developed in the firebox door here, so they've welded it. Actually, that crack is still there. They might want to address that. The valves, most of them are seized, apart from that one. As to whether this thing is restorable to operation, I doubt that. But if you had a good amount of money, you could probably rebuild it, but I could tell you it most likely would require a new boiler. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here, see if I can get a few pictures of the equipment, and I'll see y'all later.